Now, two men, aged 66 and 70, have been arrested over allegations of child abuse in southwest London during the 1980s. One is a former worker at a boys' home, which was run by Richmond Council in Surrey. The other, a Catholic priest. Operation Fernbridge is looking at claims that senior political figures and others sexually abused boys at the nearby Elm Guest House in Barnes. Porrigo Brown has this report.
What happened at Elm Guest House in the early 80s? Today, it's just another family home on a well-to-do suburban row. Back then, it was something else entirely, something darker. It was run by Carol Kassir, who has passed away, and her husband Haroon, who now lives somewhere else. But run as what? It was billed as a gay-friendly guest house. But the neighbours felt it was something else. They saw posh cars parked outside. Young boys would be brought in and out of parties. But there's more. Some of the boys, it's alleged, were from local care homes like the one that used to be on Grafton Close, not far away. The police got involved. David Henke broke the story recently.
The local police decided to investigate. And actually, when they realised that there appeared to be something going very wrong, they put 4 undercover detectives inside the guest house, as I understand it, posing as gay people. And when there was a party, it's said to be going on, they tipped off the police and they raided the place.
Channel 4 News has spoken to one of the police officers involved in that original raid. He could remember 2 things about the briefing they received beforehand. Number 1, they were told that the raid involved a case to do with the grooming of boys and girls. Number 2, they were warned that high-profile people could be inside the guest house.
Mary Moss used to run a charity that worked with children abused in care homes. She interviewed boys who told her they'd been brought from care homes in that part of London to Elm Guest House to be abused and to be filmed.
So they were well used to being treated like, you know, dogs with a tag on that just says "abuse me." That they went to the guest house, and, you know, as one boy said, you know, we would go in and they would set it all up.
So the boys were being made to participate in porn films in the house?
Yeah, which was a money-making industry at the time.
A few days ago, the police took away her files relating to Elm Guest House. This morning, we asked the former owner what he knew about these allegations.
I'm a reporter with Channel 4 News.
I thought so.
Can you tell me, just very quickly, it's just a few questions I want to ask you about Elm Guest House.
Listen, I've already been in touch with PCC. I don't want you to contact me again, and I'm going to report you. Okay? Thank you very much.
Were you aware of what was happening in the guest house?
We've not found enough evidence to prove that high-profile public figures abused boys here. There is this, though, a newsletter that connects Elm Guest House with the Conservative Party. It's from the Conservative Group for Homosexual Equality, a campaign group at the time which included some influential MPs. It was published 2 months before the raid. A section of it reads,
I am glad to publicise another establishment strongly recommended by members, Elm Guest House in Barnes, London. The facilities include a sauna, solarium and a video studio.
Rumours of big-name guests here went viral.
An online conspiracy theory cottage industry was born, much of it spurious. But then, a few weeks ago, some of which had been just the preserve of conspiracy theorists, became a full, formal police investigation.
Today, police from Operation Fernbridge made 2 arrests. Channel 4 News has been given these photographs of one of the arrests in progress this morning. This is John Stingemore, a former deputy manager at a care home near the guest house in southwest London at the time. The police are examining files from the London Borough of Richmond, which was responsible for the care homes in question. Today, they said,
We're offering our full support and cooperation to the police. As the investigation is ongoing, it would be inappropriate to comment further.
The other man arrested at his home in Norwich is understood to be a Catholic priest, Father Tony McSweeney, who was once a chaplain to Norwich Football Club. In terms of the numbers of victims interviewed by police, this is no Jimmy Savile scandal Mark II. In terms of the reverberations, though, it could be.